Good morning, Miss Hatcher's science classes. Today we're going to look at your designs on Tinkercad, but mainly we're going to show you how to move your design from Tinkercad and transform it into a new file so that it can be printed on the Dremel 3D printers. I'm going to go ahead and open the design I have already made. This one spells out Danville. I think it turns into a keychain. Tick tock, 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 tick tock. So as you guys are learning already, it takes a lot of patience to work with 3D printing, especially with as many of us as are going to be attempting to get our prints printed. Here we go. So this one's just going to print out the word Danville. I don't have it set up as a keychain. Not that that's important, but let's try clicking on the download button. Maybe. I see the cursor flashing and doing funny. Let's try the 3D print button. No, it has to be the download button. So we're going to download this for 3D printing. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, what we learn around here is if something doesn't work in one browser, try another. So I'm in Chrome right now and things just aren't working out for me. So I'm going to get out of Chrome and I'm going to open up this Mozilla Firefox browser. Drag it over here. Anytime something's not working like it should be for you, switch browsers because some applications work better in Firefox, some applications work better in Chrome, and then some work better in Internet Explorer. Let's see if this does the trick for us. Here's actually the keychain. And I'm sure you guys know by now, it doesn't matter what color you design in. When we actually move it to the printer, here we go. Yeah. When we actually move your design to the printer, it's only going to print in whatever color of filament that we have loaded in the printer. So the reason you may want to use different colors on your design is so that you can see very easily where you have things located. All right, it looks like it's going to work in Firefox. So we're going to click download, double click download for 3D printing. And it's asking you, how do you want to download this file? Well, for us to 3D print on the Dremel, you have to save it as this format. You have to save it as an STL file. So you're going to click on STL, and notice it gives you a name. It gives you a crazy name like this, okay? So it's very important that you pay attention where you're saving this to. It's telling us that we're going to open this and we're telling it we want to save it, but where is it saving it to? You know, it really didn't give us that option, did it? So you're looking for sizzling amberous STL. Like, okay. Now, to figure out where it saved it to, The easiest way, I think, is to just go in and search. I'm going to search for sizzling. Okay, you see there it is. I actually saved it twice. That's why you see the number 1 after it. And I'm going to open that up. It's telling me, do you want to put this object on the platform? So you want to say yes, move it to the platform. And what's going to happen is it's going to open it up in the 3D software that you need to convert it so that it will actually print. It won't print just as you have it sitting right here in Tinkercad. And for some reason, I had this one open up in MakerBot. And MakerBot is the platform you would use if you were going to print on the Quiddy Tech, the black 3D printers that we have. But they need some work right now. So we're going to cancel that. And I want to open up Dremel. What you just saw, that Makerware and Dremel, these are both the 3D platforms that we use here in our school to convert STL files into files that the printer can actually read. So once you get your Dremel open, I'm going to click on this STL file, and you see how it loads it right in here. Okay, all I had to do once again was click load, and notice they saved that file into my download folder. So I was able to just open it up because it was still an STL file. Even though it looks like we were trying to do something with it in Makerware. And yours may not look exactly like that, but you should still be able to find your file. Okay, so once you open it in your Dremel software, you're ready to do what we call slicing. And it's called slicing because when you print an object on a 3D printer, it lays down different levels. The printer will lay down different levels of filament. Okay, so it lays down one slice of filament, then the next slice, then another slice, then another slice, and another slice, until it builds up the platform or the design that you have for it to print. So once you have your design loaded, all you have to do is click Build. And here is the catcher. Some of you are going to use SD cards, okay? Which means you have to have the SD card loaded in the slot on your computer, okay? Some of you will be able to just use the USB cord. And what that means is that when we get the laptops plugged up to the Dremel printers, you will just be able to go and open up. You will be able to go and open up your Tinkercad. You will be able to go on that laptop and open up the Dremel software. And when you click build, you can just build it straight from there into the computer. It's actually easier to do it this way, but I don't think the laptops are ready to go just yet. So you guys who are ready to print and who are printing first, you're going to click on SD card and always click on standard. Now, when we click OK, it's wanting to know, where do you have this SD card located? Where is the SD card? I'm going to open that up a little bit so you can see. You guys know you can stretch your windows so you can read everything. Mine on my computer says removable disk. It's actually drive E. So if I click on that and I click if I just click save, it's going to give it that weird name. Okay, so I'm going to put it on my disk, my SD card, and I'm going to change it to my name. This is very important that you do this because Ms. Hatcher has like about 120 or 130, 140 of you guys. So if you all have these crazy names that you've named your files and you come and ask me, Miss Fowler, has my file printed yet? Well, we're not going to know what your file is if you leave it as Sizzling Ambergris or Innovative Product or Pink Unicorns, you know. So change your file name before you click save. So I'm putting it on my card, my SD card. Notice it changes this file type down here. You don't have to do anything here. It automatically does that because you're inside Dremel. It has to change it to this file type so that that printer, that specific printer, can read the file. The Dremel printer cannot read an STL file. That's why they give you this Dremel software so that you can slice it into a file that the printer can read. So I'm going to name mine Tressie Fowler. I'm going to click save. Oh, it says I can't save here. Please choose another location. So once again, remember earlier how I said, oh my goodness, if you don't have patience, you will be learning some during these activities, because that's what we do when we work with technology. All right, so now I've got it on a different card. I'm saving it as Tressie Fowler. You can see I've already got some other stuff in there. Hopefully it'll save. Once it allows the save, you can watch it actually build the file over here. Okay, you can watch the orange go up, 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 up. Once the orange D is filled in and completed, you know your design's ready to go. It tells you in the right-hand corner over here that your design has 45 layers to it. That means the machine heads are going to make 45 passes to lay down this design that I've created. And that's a pretty simple design. It's really nice to make and easy. It's only a 32-minute job. So if you look over here, it's telling you that there's 32 minutes to print. Okay. It will also tell you how many meters, so we're talking metric here. It's going to tell you how many meters of filament you will use to print your design. We don't want you printing anything over 35, 45 minutes, an hour at the most. If your design is longer than 60 minutes or longer than an hour, you need to go back and rethink what you created so that it's something that that we can print. And remember, there's 100 and some odd of you who have to print. So we don't want your projects backing up all the way through February, okay? Because that's what happened last year. So we decided this year that it has to be an hour or less, preferably around 30 minutes, okay? We're not going to be sticklers if it's like 32 minutes or 28 minutes or whatever. Excuse me. So just keep that in mind. Christmas ornaments are great things to print. Christmas presents. Just, you know, build something useful. Because we want you to have fun, but we want you to do something useful with it. All right, guys. So at this point, your design is saved on your card. All you have to do now is go to find, oh, here it is, where it says safely remove hardware and eject media. You click on that and you're going to eject your SD card from the computer, and that means you can safely remove it and it won't delete anything. And then it's ready for us to take and print or to hand off to the next student who wants to get their project printed. If there are several of you waiting and in line to print, we have to get you on